Maybe we should be here on the gaming stream. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
recapturing the fucking game. I'm glad I
yeah,
caught
yeah.
myself this time. Maybe we should be here on the gaming stream. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
recapturing the fucking game. Okay, hello everybody. Now we're here. Now we're
Oh
here.
my god.
Thank God I didn't start reading before I changed the fucking scene. Where is my goddamn avatar? What the fuck?
Oh, he's just hanging out.
Hello everybody. Hello.
Who is XI man? Oh god, I'm XI man.
Who is XI man? That is Zynthetic. Let me give you a shout out there, buddy.
My weakness.
Oh no, don't expose me! Ah!
I can't handle attention.
If you're Emperor, does that mean your mods are lords? That our mods are lords? I suppose. I suppose I could call y'all that.
We'd have to hit up Serena Penguina, the queen of all penguins, to
Oh,
confirm this.
I don't know. She's got her own little fucking kingdom, man. Like the fighting game kingdom. I can't touch that shit.
When are you guys going to war and losing? Because all she does is play fighting
She's just
games.
gonna punch the shit out of us. I can't fight that. We just like live in an amusement park and just watch horror movies. That's it. That's all we do. You've been falling asleep in your VC and your voice sounds rough. I just woke up from a nap and I keep forgetting to leave VC. And then people hijack my VC. Hijack. There's a guy
I
named
wonder who's doing
Hijacks.
it.
There's a guy I know named Hijacks who just like comes in and jumps in the VC when I'm in there. When I'm
Oh, I
like
know.
asleep.
I know who hijacks these.
Oh shit. Oh
I've
shit.
been, I've been around.
Oh god, Hijacks. Yeah, I just should probably leave VC off, not on when I sleep. Then Mel and Jax make weird noises in it.
That's unrelated.
Oh Jesus. Okay, but welcome everybody. We're gonna do some little ASAST. Welcome. I see you, buddy. How you doing today? Happy Saturday. Hope you get enough sleep like I did. I got plenty of sleep.
Hell yeah.
Okay, let's get to it. Oh, let me. Get fucking captured.
I don't know because it's a black screen.
Now it's captured. There we go. Okay, Zim, start us off.
The Hojo family. Bom bom.
You seen it, bud?
Every year, Oyashiro-sama's curse claims 2 victims.
You're watching my screen share, not the stream, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
This means that with 4 years in a row, there have been 8 now, but it's worthwhile to note half of them have been members of this family. Note, the curse on the second year, a certain falling accident, involved the death of Hojo, a dam proponent, and the disappearance of his wife. She was pronounced dead the following year after being considered to have vanished under perilous circumstances. The curse on the fourth year involved the death of the Hojo siblings' aunt, who was then their foster mother, and the disappearance of their elder brother. The Hojo family is a poor one, and it's hard to say Mr. Hojo's job went very well. Apparently, upon re-employment via family connections, there was a plan for them to return to the home of the mother's side of the family. For Mr. Hojo, the eviction due to the Hanamizawa Dam project and the payment of a large amount of compensation money was essentially a windfall. Mr. Hojo actively embraced the Ministry of Construction's negotiation from an early stage and was selected as representative of the dam proponents. It was rumored he had been bought out by the Ministry of Construction for doing so, but the truth is unknown. However, the dam's proponents were in the vastly outnumbered minority. In addition, as the Sonozaki family strengthened its foundation and promised support against the dam, all of the proponents, save for Mr. Hojo, switched over to the anti-dam side. At this point, Hinamizawa was completely united against the dam, and Mr. Hojo was held up to ridicule as a stooge of the dam project's proponents.
What a fucking tool, am I right?
Yeah, who would take a huge bribe for money to live comfortably forever?
Just stay poor, buddy.
He was essentially used as a scapegoat for the anti-dam coalition.
Yes, I see you, SS. Welcome, welcome.
We do be seeing out here. In the end, the dam project collapsed with Oyashiro-sama's curse and the dismemberment incident. However, punishment towards the bitter enemies supporting the dam project continues to this day, and these are their stories.
Oh, God.
There are not many left today who supported the dam project, nor who had a negative reputation at the time.
They were all disposed of. Oh, shit.
Boom, boom. If there are any candidates left for the cursed, it's the husband of the housewife who was beaten to death last year, Teppei Hojo. And Mr. Hojo's daughter, Satoko Hojo. Oh my god!
Oh, God! We actually don't know what happened to Satoko. She just disappeared, right? And she lives with Rika, and Rika was like, just like not saying anything the whole day. Like, what happened to her? And she's like, not saying anything. Like, what? Can you tell us?
She was like, Nipa, get out of my face.
And we're like, can you fucking tell us what happened? Or like, are you just not gonna say shit?
Nipa. Strangely, these two are the only candidates left. Will this year's curse come down on the two of them?
Yes.
There is more than enough value in observing them both. Who are we then?
Just some dudes. Oishi's post memo. Oh, you want to do Oishi? Oh shit, Oishi.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, it's someone reading them. To Oishi-san. There was a call for you from Section 4's Chief Shigeharu. Apparently, the slaughtered corpse in the Ojikawa River is related to the S group, as we thought. I know what all these are. We're still verifying what happened behind the scenes, but apparently the deceased filled up dozens of self-created fictional bank accounts to their limits with money from the S group, reaching around 1 million yen.
I can't believe Pengu
Oh,
is playing...
100 million yen.
Oh, that's a lot, man.
That's a lot more than...
Can't believe Pengu is playing the game with the boy for once. Oh shit, you're right. You're like the first dude I've had here.
Eh.
Well, we're gonna have to do girl voices, so it's gonna get really funny real fast, so...
I knew what I was signing up for.
We'll split up the girl duty.
I don't want to be on girl duty. I had it last week. It appears there were 3 or 4 men with former S group connections involved in this. They have already disappeared along with millions of yen. The deceased was tortured on that point for information, and she was clearly slaughtered as an example to others. Ooh.
Ooh.
There are apparently some real wizards chasing down the people who disappeared.
Shit, they've got some powerful magic.
They're also spreading letters to related Yakuza groups not to harbor them. God damn.
Mm.
There's still no evidence that Teppei Hojo is one of those people. As far as Chief Shigeharu can tell, he hasn't been told anything. He was her pimp, but she didn't trust him at all, did she? Teppei Hojo has left the apartment in Okinomiya and has returned to his former residence in Hinamizawa.
Here, Teppei Hojo's a real bastard.
Yeah, he's a piece of garbage.
Okay, we haven't met him yet, but like the last person
Oh,
I was reading with was like, he's a real piece of shit.
Yeah, he is. He's straight up scum of the earth.
Oh god. And that's Satoko's dad?
It's not her dad, it's her uncle.
Oh, yeah, they're... Oh god, her uncle's a piece of shit from what we heard.
Like her foster dad because her aunt like adopted her or whatever.
I wholeheartedly wanted to protect her. I wanted more than anybody else what was best for her. These emotions born from kindness eventually became murderous intent, by pure white intentions stained in red and black. And even as I understood that it meant the destruction of the day-to-day life, I still wanted to protect. Higurashi. Where did I go wrong? Looking for the answer. The tragedy spreads even wider. Ever wider.
Whack.
Is Hojo-san staying home today? Oh god, I can't do girl voices! Ah! Rude-san, do you know anything? The teacher's voice wasn't critical, but Rika-chan hung her head, unable to answer, and I felt really bad for her. The teacher called Rika-chan up, and they had an exchange in hushed tones at the dais. At first, Rika-chan said that Satoko's fever had grown worse, but everyone in class knew that was a lie. Because every day, Rika-chan brought Satoko's bento with her. So do you want to do Rena, and then I'll do Mion?
Sure.
Okay.
God, what is Rena's voice even?
The girl next door, very innocent, cute.
Penguin, I gotta think about
I
I wonder what happened.
Don't ask me. I'm the one who wants to know most of all. It was already the third day since Satoko's first absence. Ever since then, I haven't felt good. Until last Sunday, everything had been so much fun. I had reached out to Satoko like a real older brother, and we spent that time quietly, but warm and comfortable. So why had it suddenly been flipped over? The more I thought about it, the more I thought about that the world had taken a turn for the worst ever since Oishi had arrived. That bastard Oishi.
Oh yeah.
Thinking about it now, maybe the strange apprehensions plaguing me the night before the Oishi arrived had been a sign. Haradu... I can't say his fucking first name. Haradu Oishi, or Ishiro-sama's servant. Shit, that's impossible. They can't decide Satoko will be the cursed victim this year just because he showed up. What sort of slip-up had I committed to cause those fun times to end so suddenly? Yes, it was the day before Ishi appeared. Shion, Mion, and Reina had spoke of the curse surrounding Satoshi and his disappearance, and it was so sinister it gave me a bad premonition. Just a small thing was a slip-up that invited Oyashiro-sama's servant? It was absurd. I kept on groaning to myself that I would never accept it, ever. I obviously wasn't the only one suppressing my feelings. Mion and Rena were too. Everyone in the class was doing it. Rika-chan knew something about Satoko's situation, but she wouldn't tell us. What the fuck? Tell us! Tell us! What the?
Come on, man.
Rika, what
Come on, be cool, bro.
Come on! Rika-chan still held a calm attitude, like a cat basking in the sun. But she was being unbelievably stubborn about this whole thing. God damn it, Rika! She didn't want to tell us, and that wouldn't change no matter how many times we asked her.
Would you do it for a Scooby snack?
Would you do it for a Klondike bar? Everyone understood that, so nobody questioned her.
If Rika-chan won't talk, then we just have to wait. Oh god, her mouth moves in this? I've not been paying attention.
Yeah, there's a mod that I installed that not only tells us who's actually talking, but they actually have animated sprites and new backgrounds. It was great.
And she might not be talking because it's something not worth saying.
What? How is it not worth saying? What the fuck?
Don't you cover for her, Reina.
Ask her if she likes video games. Rika? I don't know, I guess I could.
Yo, bro, are you a Fortnite gamer?
She would be. There was no persuasive power and reassurance given with an anxious face like that. ... Mion was being taciturn and just looked up at the sky with a somehow annoyed expression. I couldn't tell if she was unhappy that Rika-chan wouldn't talk about it with her new friends, her own friends, or if she was concerned over Satoko's well-being. And what about me? My anxiety was suffocating me every day after day. If someone else was looking at me, then maybe I'd look annoyed like Mion did. Tap tap. Someone tapped my shoulder. It was Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun.
Mayamada-san?
Okay, you go ahead, Tomita.
Yeah, we'll take him. My bar-san, do you have a minute? Did your ball? Oh, my bad.
Did your ball get stuck again?
They were the same color.
You guys have to get it yourselves this time. Don't rely on older kids for everything.
Age sucks.
I didn't feel like getting along with them, going along with them, so I was a little unsympathetic with my response.
We heard a little interesting rumor.
A rumor?
Yeah, I just thought it might have something to do that.
A rumor? About Satoko? They hadn't said that, but it didn't seem unrelated. They didn't want to talk in the classroom, so they pulled me behind the school building, lending further precedence to that thought. The back of the school was damp and humid like always. Students didn't really come here because they wanted to. It might, however, not have been the ideal location for trading rumors away from prying eyes. Kamita-kun, Okamura-kun? These rumors, they're about why Satoko is absent, right?
We don't know if it has something to do with it, though, or maybe.
What on earth happened to Satoko? Is she sick? Or could she be, sick? Really sick? Or injured or something?
No, actually, it's the opposite. She's too alive.
Is she so healthy that she can't move?
I heard my grandma saying that she came to buy tofu at our shop yesterday.
Oh, Tomita-kun's family runs a tofu shop. Did Okamura-kun. You went shopping? To buy some tofu? My voice sounds so stupefied, even I can tell. It was understandable. I was worried about what grave illness or injury she had, when the person herself had been out and about shopping for tofu. So, how was she? Did she look okay? Was she wearing a mask like she was getting better? Was she using crutches, or did she have bandages on her?
No, there wasn't really any signs of sickness or injuries on her, but
I should have felt relieved that it wasn't an illness or injury, but my anxiety wasn't going away. Because Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun's expressions weren't looking any better.
she apparently came to buy one piece of soft tofu, but my grandma said it was strange.
Strange? Who eats tofu? What the fuck? Why?
Yeah, we don't sell that shit here.
What's wrong with buying soft tofu? Irritated by how roundabout they were being, I had to desperately fight that irritation from creeping into my voice.
Well, Hojo and Furude live by themselves, and they don't have that much money, right? So they only ever buy the cheaper, firmer kind of tofu. They've never bought the soft stuff. It's the most expensive thing there.
Oh shit. Oh shit, luxury. Soft tofu is a luxury. Oh fuck.
She won that Hinamizawa lottery.
Soft or hard, they're both tofu, right? Maybe she wanted to eat some great tofu or something.
Well, maybe, but
Can't have anxiety if you're high all the time. I could easily beat up these kids with tofu is about what? What are you talking about, ass?
I mean, listen, these kids suck, so they won't provide a straight answer, but it's beside the point.
I knew how transparent I sounded right then. This wasn't anything trivial, it was some kind of important clue. Not the cheap firm tofu, but the expensive soft kind. Shopping not in the evening after school, but in the middle of the day? I couldn't figure out what those things meant. As I thought hard about it, Okamura-kun took his turn to speak.
Me next. Oh god. This is just a rumor, but apparently he's back.
Oh god. He? Who? Who's back?
He who? Hojo's uncle.
Satoko's uncle. Right, I think Coach told me about him. Their aunt and uncle had taken them in after Satoko and Satoshi lost their parents in the accident.
Hojo's uncle, they say he skipped town last year, scared of Oyashiro-sama's curse. He's really scary and violent, like a gang member,
Oh
with
god.
guns and drugs, and it's crazy.
And he's got swords and shit. Everything Coach told me came back in bits and pieces. Right. And me not an uncle who had tormented them all the time. I think he said that after their aunt was beaten to death by the deviant, he ran away to his lover's house in Okinomiya in fear of the curse. Why would she be staying home from school and shopping for soft tofu in the middle of the day just because her uncle came back?
Dot, dot, dot.
Oh god. My underclassmen clammed up and looked downwards. There must have been some big hint Harry buried in there. Even if I didn't understand it, if I told Mion or Rena about it, maybe they'd know something. Oh, my bad, you two. You were nice enough to talk about it, and I started hammering you with questions.
Oh, no, it's okay. Now we know that she hasn't been in bed this whole time, gravely ill. That's worth something, right?
That might be true, but it still won't. It won't make the clouds over my mind fade away.
Ah! My Bara-san, over there!
Okamuna...
It's Spider-Man!
Up in the sky. Okamura-kun cried wildly, pointing over my shoulders behind me. Startled, I turned around, and way on the other side of the schoolyard, near the school gate, I saw a figure trudging forth. Uh-oh. Ah!
Hojo! But she's got those weird anime eyes.
Got the soulless eyes. I burst into a run faster than I could speak, so that, as quickly as possible, I could see with my own eyes that she was okay. Satoko! Satoko seemed taken aback by me shouting and running over to her. I guess I'll do her. Oh! My, what is it, Keiichi-san? You surprised me with all the yelling and running. Stupid. Enough about me already. 3 days? What happened, Satoko? I was so worried. Oh! What a worry word. It was only 3 days. You're such a worry word, Keiichi-san. From listening to her, she seemed like normal Satoko, but I could tell she was clearly acting strangely. Her smile was somehow forlorn, and her complexion was bad for some reason.
Hojo. Were you alright? Were you sick or something?
Komita-kun and Okamura-kun both expressed their concerns. Just, what happened anyway? 3 days? You know how worried I was? I peed myself. Oh, I do so apologize. I was just giving the house a good cleaning. We haven't used it for a rather long time, so everything was covered in dust. Huh?
Yep. I just bailed on school to do chores. You know, normal kid things.
I never did that. Fuck no. The Toko.
Yeah, nobody did Penguin.
What are you talking about? Why would you have to stay home from school to clean the house? Who the fuck does that?
Thank you, Keiichi, for being a normal human being.
Toko didn't answer me. Instead, she passed by me and headed for the entrance. Gosh. It is nearly about lunchtime, is it not? I am just starving. It was certainly lunch break. I couldn't force her to stop after she told me she wanted lunch since she was so hungry. Well, whatever. Rika-chan's been bringing your lunch for 3 days now. You look like you can eat it today. Let's go to the classroom and put everyone's minds at ease. You're right. I suppose I may have caused everyone to worry. Oh! It sure is tough being popular. I put a hand on Satoko's...
relate?
I cannot relate either. It was to put a hand on Satoko's shoulder, and we ran to the classroom together. Up close, I was able to verify that Satoko looked somehow weak. All this anxiety was supposed to go away when I saw her again. That's what I thought. But now I actually started to have some quite different fears. What the heck happened, Satoko? Everyone in the class, of course, reacted in the same exact way I had. We worried about you. I'm glad to see you well. What were you doing for 3 days? My classmates showered her in questions. I truly do apologize for causing a fuss. As she cackled, she chowed down on the bento Riki-chan had made for her. Those in the teacher's lounge must have been informed of Satoko's arrival, because our teachers sprinted into the classroom, her breathing ragged. Hojo-san! Oh, Sensei. I'm sorry for worrying you these 3 days. As you can see, I'm fit as a fiddle. My, I was so worried about you. When you're done eating, come right to the teacher's lounge. I have a lot to talk to you about.
Okay.
I must be in for a good scolding for these 3 days I cut class. Zuko laughed sheepishly while she scratched her head, and the rest of the class burst into laughter. The teacher was acting angry, but she breathed a sigh of relief at seeing Satoko healthy and smiling as she ate her lunch at the class surrounding her. What a relief, right, Rena? Huh? Oh,
Huh?
never mind.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm glad she's okay.
I looked at Rena and knew. He had a sense that something about Satoko was off, too. I looked to see Mion detached from the clamor as well, with somewhat grim expression. But Riki-chan, on the other hand, was smiling from ear to ear. She spread out the bento boxes, one by one, as Satoko finished them. Finally, Satoko was satisfied after enjoying a thorough conversation with her classmates. Remember that she'd been called to the teacher's lounge. It's such a pain, but I think she'll be angrier if I don't go.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
I got her.
Satoko rises from her seat and Riki-chan runs over to her. I do apologize, Keiichi-san. I'll be right back after getting scolded. Right. I mean, I could go with you too. We're all comrades and getting scolded in the teacher's lounge ever since the curry incident, right?
The curry incident of 84.
Oh, Jesus.
That won't be necessary. Keiichi should mind the place while we're away.
Riki-chan's words were gentle, but the firm rejection was clear in her eyes. The two of them exited the hallway, walking shoulder to shoulder. After seeing them off, the class breathed a collective sigh of relief, broke apart, and went back to their usual lunch break banter. We, however, couldn't go back to how we usually were. ... Not I, not Mion, and of course not Reina. They stared at the classroom exit Satoko and Riki-chan left through, their expressions a little distant and grim. We're all friends. Isn't that right? I blurted out something strange, so Mion and Rena turned around with dubious expressions. I won't keep anything from my friends, so I'll tell you what I just heard a little while ago. I told them the stories I heard from Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun earlier about the tofu shop and how Satoko's uncle had apparently come back. And back from dipshit printer issue. Uh-oh, at least what happened to your printer?
Boom.
Yeah, penguin voice in the girls, hell yeah. Oh god, Maho. Maho Plum, I'm sorry. I can't do justice like you did.
We like that howl of Rena.
I have not done voice training for women. Oh god. Take more drugs, end this loop. What if drugs make you more anxious?
Hell yeah, brother.
You're fine, oh my god. We're just having fun here. That's all. All at once, without letting them speak. That's all I know. So if either of you know anything, please say so. I've said everything I can. I entered my sentence firmly and looked into Mion and Rena's eyes in turn. Rena stared right back at me. Her eyes didn't falter. Without even opening her mouth, I could tell she wasn't hiding anything.
Right in your soul.
Then her gaze is turned to Mion. It's not like I was trying to keep it a secret or anything. That's how Sundara's talk. Sundara's shit.
Baka.
Back here. Acrobat Reader wouldn't switch to the printer it's plugged into. You guys are so much fun. Oh, thank you.
Adobe Acrobat sucks.
Thank you, we try. I got it to work, but there's a big black gap at the top. I guess it's clipboard friendly. This is a comfy stream to eat my lunch to. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad we can provide.
Okay.
I'm glad we can provide that service. Anybody can come chill and hang out in the fucking Glacier Land stream.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. About to order something. You guys want anything? Shit. I could go for some chili cheese fries right now.
What are you, Sonic the Hedgehog?
I do like Sonic.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go faster. Mion couldn't seem to endure her silent stares and began to talk timidly, as if she was guilty of something. It's just, now that you've said something, Kei-chan, I guess I have to talk about it.
Michan, you know something?
Well, I mean, I knew from the first day that Satoko's uncle had come home. That he just randomly showed up in Hinamizawa last Sunday. Why didn't you tell us that? I'm sorry.
Goddamn better be.
My angry shout caused Mion to flinch away, look down, and hang her head uncomfortably.
H-kun, it's nothing to get angry about. Just let the hate flow.
Yes.
Do it. Kill him.
Yeah. Get him now.
Unlimited power.
Order me some Burgundy.
Don't say it.
Oh God! No! No, Elise! Ah! Damn it! Cheese tots? What the fuck?
I'm afraid they got you, Penguin.
God damn it.
You're scaring me, Chan.
Huh? Oh, sorry, I shouted at you. I lowered my head in apology. Oh man. Mion accepted it, collected herself, and continued. According to her, her uncle's relationship with his lover, whom he had been with in Okinomiya, had collapsed. Without anywhere to go, he went back home to Hinamizawa. And, on that Sunday, the day of the barbecue, her uncle ran into Satoko and brought her back to the house. Why did he bring her with him? Because he's a good-for-nothing slob. Can't even cook by himself, much less do any cleaning.
But he brought Satoko-chan to have her cook and clean?
Fuck, pretty scummy.
Piece of shit.
I remember that she said she'd been cleaning the house when I met her back at the school gate. Was she fucking exhausted from doing everything?
Yeah.
A moment later, the pieces fell into place, into the jigsaw puzzle of an ease. And as for what the puzzle depicted when I saw it from afar, I could see the answer clearly. Satoko was locked up at home, and tormented into doing the housework. Those are the rumors. If you knew that, why didn't you speak up? I nearly yelled at Mion, but hastily stopped myself.
Michan, is that true?
I haven't seen it myself, so I don't know if it's true or not. Mion looked down again, and staring at the floor, grew quiet.
Just like last year? Like when they lived with their mean uncle and his wife? ...
But this uncle is completely helpless when it comes to housework, right? If Satoko's that important, then there wouldn't be any reason to torment her, would there?
H-kun, I don't know what grounds you have for saying that. But you shouldn't be so irresponsible.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, she gets sassy.
You mentioned Sonic. Sonic has chili cheese tater tots. I don't like Sonic, the fucking drive-in. Their
I
food,
haven't had it,
their food,
really.
their food sucks. It's just the fucking drinks that they have that are good. They don't have that. Sorry. Sharing Mi-chan with nuts. I'm actually ordering
Don't
bofa.
say it. No!
What? Wait, what?
They got you again.
What? Excuse me? What? What?
I'm just waiting for it to show up in chat.
Oh no, what's bofa mean? What's bofa? Gotta kill
It's
Pengu now.
there it is.
Stop! God, stop! I hate that. God damn it!
Oh,
Ayo dunked. What the fuck? God damn it! I thought you were gonna
the
say like.
savagery.
I thought you were gonna say like buffalo chicken or some shit or boba. God damn it! You're absolutely dunked on. Stop! Leave me alone. I'm old. Leave me alone.
We don't even play b-ball here.
Raina clearly and directly got mad at me. You don't know much about this, so don't talk as though you do. Yes, that's clearly what she meant. Fine. Then do you know something, Rena?
I don't know anything either. I didn't know her uncle had taken her to the house until hearing it just now. How? But the situation is different from a year ago.
LMAO VIP is more expensive than mod now. Yeah, because everybody wants to be VIP and nobody wants to mod for me. Like, then have like a shitload of VIPs now, so I figured I made it more expensive.
And then just make them mods overnight and not tell them.
Well, most people have VIP at like 50k, and I had mine at 15k. I was like, okay, it's time to raise it. I have like a couple dozen mods now, or VIPs now, shit. The situation is different. What does that mean? Oh.
Oh. Satoshi-kun isn't here.
I don't know if you saw the last one I did with Maho Plum, but
I saw a little bit of it, but I didn't get to see her do too much.
She is fantastic. Like, holy shit. She could be a pro voice actor if she isn't already. How to apply for mod? You spend 25k points, and then I decide if you're good.
He takes you out back and he beats you for a day. If you live, you're gonna be a mod.
Oh god, that's terrible.
This is what it means to work for park security.
That's what the mod should be, security guard for the park.
Me bang your mom big time. Oh. Good passcode.
Okay. Satoshi really cared about his little sister. He always stuck up for her. He was her shield, so that she would be affected just a little less by their mean aunt and uncle's fighting.
The mean uncle and Satoko-chan are the only ones living there now. Can't you imagine how stifling that must be, Keiichi-kun? He only even came back because the lady he was depending on vanished and he couldn't look after himself. Do you think a person who comes back for such an unpleasant reason would be able to treat Satoko-chan kindly?
He was right. It wasn't easy for me to imagine Satoko not being tormented. Sorry.
Oh, no, I'm sorry too. I sounded like I was interrogating you, didn't I? How?
An awkward atmosphere floated among us. The three of us remained
Among
silent.
us?
Oh god. And just stared at the silent floor. At the silent floor. The silent floor.
I'd be really concerned if the floor wasn't silent.
Finally, we heard the principal's bell ringing. The teacher came back with Satoko and Riku-chan at her side. Alright. We're starting afternoon class. Past president, please. Everybody stand up. Oh, I'm sorry. How rude of me. I couldn't read anything from Toko's vaguely sheepish expression, but given the clouded look Rika-chan was wearing behind her, it was tough to laugh off the disquieting story I heard from Mion.
Oh, thank God, school's over. Math sucks.
Alright! First time in a while everyone's been here. Let's all have a roaring good time with the whole club. Yeah, perfect. Indeed, in times like these, the best thing to do is obviously get rowdy with scheme against one another in a club activity. Slice of lifetime!
Mhm. Just what I was waiting for. Hey, Satoko-chan. Let's play. She's a YouTuber.
Oh shit. There was that game you liked, wasn't there? What was it again? It doesn't matter which. Tell me. Tell me! Mion laughed happily, took a bunch of games out the club locker, and lined them up on the desks. I think that was the first time Mion's ever let someone else decide on a game for her. I could tell she was being especially considerate to Satoko, thinking that whatever her circumstance, if we could just enjoy our time together as a group, that might be some comfort, some diversion. Satoko seemed to understand her feelings too, and smiled vaguely though pleased. But her head slowly moved from side to side. I'm very grateful, but your feelings are enough. There are many things I need to do, so... Even Rika-chan hung her head in remorse. Hey, whoa, 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 seriously? All the club members are here for once and we're not playing anything? Desertion in the face of the enemy. What was the punishment game for it? What part of the club constitution was that in? They have a constitution?
Stop it, Mi-chan. We can't force her to play with us.
Hey, this old man isn't trying to force her on anything. I just thought it would be more fun for sure if we did something exciting. Really, I'm happy you feel that way. Don't worry, next we meet, you'll see. I'll get you caught in a gigantic trap. Oh!
He looks both smug and irritated at the same time.
Satoko, while insulting us, still said she couldn't participate in the club today and apologized. She quickly put her things into her bag and padded out into the hallway, disappearing. It all happened in the blink of an eye.
Satoko.
Rika-chan stared loathsomely as her friend hurried home, unable to be part of the club activities. Silence filled the classroom. Both the cheerful voices of her classmates in the schoolyard and the voices of the cicadas sounded like they were coming from some faraway world. This is boring. The silence was broken by Mion's bitterness as she began putting the games on the desks back into the locker. Everyone just stared absently at Satoko's seat, now empty.
Rika-chan. Maybe you could tell us about it now?
Oh, we got a fucking bot. Fucking bots. We gotta get rid of this fucking... Onug Satoko, what are you guys doing in school? Killing each other? Oh no, not in front of the children.
A
Thank you.
half.
What's your name? I name a half fuck.
I don't even know what that is.
Again? Are you guys fucking with me again? Come on! Come on,
I don't know that one. I don't know that one.
A fuckubus? A fuckubus. Half fuckubus? What's the joke this time? Come on, tell me.
I mean, if it follows the same format, it's gonna be half fuckubus these nuts. But that doesn't even make sense.
God damn it! I fucking hate this shit. Fuckubus
General.
is a gender neutral term of succubus incubus. Oh. Half nut. There you go. Half nut.
And his non-gender conforming sibling.
Nut.
Together they form a full nut.
Oh jeez, combination. ...
Yeah, they have, like a Team 4-star gender transform thing.
Oh Jesus. Reina made a gentle smile as she possibly could and spoke softly to Rika-chan. Even without hearing it from her, we pretty much knew the situation at this point. Satoko's uncle had broken up with his lover and come back home to Hinamizawa, and he had taken Satoko back home and forced her to do all the household work. And that all had to be pretty rough on her. Thinking this was common knowledge to everyone, I skipped to the important part. How was the situation? Maybe Mion and Rena wanted to ask the same question. Nobody spoke. We all just stared, waiting for Rika-chan's reply.
Dot, dot, dot.
Rika-chan still didn't answer us. We were hoping for her to say no, but her silence was bad enough sign. Last year, was it? It was like this when both her uncle and his wife were here, right? Yeah. At the time, they were mostly just being caught between their aunt and uncle fighting. One of the ways we helped out was with the club by reducing her time at home as much as we could, but he's making her do the chores now, so she can't stay at school either. Shit. Satoko's not a slave! Who do you think you are, ignoring your own inability to live properly, and basically putting Satoko under house arrest? When you think about it, isn't this really strange?
Yes!
We need a lot of circumstantial evidence, but it's a problem, right? Can't we notify the police or something?
Yes!
Don't
You're right.
they have child protection services over there?
I mean, I'd just be like, yo, this guy made her miss school for 3 days. Get his ass. You're right. If we had evidence she was being abused, I think we could tell the police. And we can't talk to Okinomiya's welfare people about this?
Rena and I kept saying, police, police, as though it were nothing. But Mion's response sounded like she thought we were a little naive. It's easy for you to say that. Have you thought about the risks of actually getting proof? What do you mean, risks? I think it was 2 winters ago. We reported it to Okinomiya's welfare center. We told them there was abuse happening and to do something right away.
Huh? You did? What happened?
A person came as soon as we called. He interviewed Satoko and Satoshi about what was going on. And then their uncle and his wife too. I can understand asking Satoko and Satoshi. Wouldn't it be not so good to go to talk to their aunt and uncle? They said they'd base their judgment on what they'd heard from both sides. Great of them, wasn't it?
So, what did they decide to do?
Wait and see. What do you mean, wait and see? The uncle really studied up on his stuff. By law, you can't call it abuse unless assault or child neglect has been established. They poked and prodded Satoko and Satoshi a lot, but they never left any real marks on them. They were pretty much eating 3 meals a day and had beds. And there weren't any recordings or something like that they could prove they said or done anything to cause them psychological trauma. None of the villagers had ever actually seen them being violent either. No matter how mean you are, you wouldn't act so violent in front of other people. Nobody would.
Then what happened?
The welfare officer apparently went to visit on the same day each week for a while. The aunt and uncle knew they were being watched, though, and didn't torment them in any way that would stand out. Of course, that wasn't the end of it.
You mean they ramped up how malicious they were being?
Mion sighed and nodded. Their aunt was really damn stubborn. She's one of the most spiteful people I'd ever known. Apparently, she was doing some pretty disgusting things. Satoko was like a doll that did nothing but breathe by the end of it. So what? From what conclusion does that mean they never should have contacted child welfare in the first place? Understand? Without proof or abuse so clear that anyone could see it, there's nothing we can do. In fact, it might even make the situation a little worse. We messed up pretty bad. After hearing that even public organizations, the one thing they thought was dependable, couldn't do anything, everyone hung their heads.
In other words, until we have clear evidence of abuse, we shouldn't notify anyone?
Hmm. Well, I mean, basically, yeah. Pin shipping fuck you with siblings, what? Glad CPS has a better safe... takes a better safe than sorry attitude here. Do they?
Oh,
I consider Satoko's current situation. She was brought back to her house. It was a little difficult to call that abuse. Being tormented and forced to do the chores. How she was being tormented would be the key, but without concrete evidence, it would be difficult to prove. She had some kind of external injury that would work, but as far as we could tell from today, she had nothing like that. And being forced to do the chores, that was a bit weak too. There had to be better evidence that she was without a doubt being abused. Ah, I know. Her uncle had ignored Satoko's existence for a whole year and went to live with his lover in town. Didn't that fall under one of the definitions of abuse that Mion had mentioned? Child neglect?
yeah. It's the perfect case of child neglect. What about that, Michan?
If her uncle weren't here now, it could be recognized as child neglect. But he's living with her at the moment, isn't he? They were apart before, but if he had said something like he had a change of heart and decided to live with her, then they might just wait and see again. Once we reported it, we would need to be absolutely sure they didn't interpret it as abuse. Maybe we needed far more concrete evidence, lest we repeat last year's mistake.
Well, it's sad. This means we just have to sit quietly and wait, don't we?
Only plan I could think of was, in the end, just watching and waiting. It left me in shock when I realized that it would be the same policy as that of the officials who made the situation worse. Only 8K before I get Pengu to play some tense games. Uh-oh, Melody. Uh-oh. As Mion said, reporting... No! Spend an hour for no reason. Spend an hour setting everything up and then just die instantly. That's it. Mion said reporting it to a public agency would be a gamble. If we're going to pick a fight, it would have to be one we couldn't afford to lose. If we're gambling, without enough money, without enough evidence, our defeat would be assured. If we took time to amass enough money that we could be sure of victory, then that would mean pretending we didn't see Satoko's plight for a considerable amount of time. Sorry for bringing this up now, but how is Rika-chan able to live by herself? Rika-chan had lost her parents, if I recall correctly. From what I'd heard, she had no relatives either. She was forced to live on her own as a result. Her life was unfettered, free of restriction. She could somehow grant that freedom to Satoko, too. I mean, Rika-chan, you're living without any parents, right? Don't kids with no guardians have to go to some sort of institution?
Ichi-kun, that's cruel.
I'm not saying it to be mean. Only asked because I thought maybe there would be a hint to saving Satoko. Rika-chan, sorry if I offended you. Rika-chan shook her head, not particularly disturbed.
Well, you see, it's because I'm considered the mayor's daughter.
Let me explain. The mayor, Old Man Kimiyoshi, is Rika-chan's guardian. He got official permission from the governor of the prefecture. Ah, so you're adopted? No, not adopted. You can be someone's guardian without being in the same family.
Oh, I get it. Rika-chan lives by herself, but by law, she's considered to live with the mayor, right?
Yeah, basically. That's why Rika-chan is allowed to live separately from her guardian. However, Satoko's actually living there as a freeloader.
Hell yeah.
Uh-oh.
Meep. I don't understand the hard things, but anyway, she's right.
Interesting you should say that, Dion. You can be someone's guardian even if they're in another family? And shouldn't we have the mayor or someone else become Satoko's guardian, if only on paper? Then she'd be the same position as Rika-chan. And she could go back to her old life. Too bad it won't work. I mean, her uncle is supposedly her guardian. Wait a minute. You lost me there. What's a guardian exactly, anyway? In legal terms, a guardian and a parent weren't necessarily synonyms. So, whoever was actually looking after her at home would be considered her guardian. Then her uncle isn't her guardian. They have Satoko by herself for so long. But if he insists that he's her guardian, then that's it. It's been a few days since Satoko was taken back to her house. Her uncle's been paying for her meals since then, right? He's sort of looking after her, so he'd probably insist. And even though he abandoned her for a whole year, he's already looked after her the whole year before that. But the mayor doesn't have that kind of history.
So then if both the mean uncle and the mayor requested guardianship at the same time, the uncle would make more sense?
No, but he'd have a better chance. The term guardian refers to the person actually caring for her, right? The uncle actually has a bed and a food for her, but the mayor would just have his name. It wouldn't be a contest. Then shouldn't the mayor just start caring for her for real? He'd be her guardian in name and reality if he did. We just needed to shelter Satoko. That might lead to her uncle being desperate to take her back, but will stubbornly refuse him. It won't be that easy. Satoko's a growing girl, you know. It's not like giving someone a cat, you're asking him to care for a real person. Then Coach! What about Coach?
Absolutely not.
He's not that great either. Coach, I don't know, he's got a lot of money, right? He even said it himself. If he's not her real father, Coach could become her guardian. He'd be great at taking care of her. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Stop that. Stop thinking of Satoko like a pet. All you're doing is talking about pushing her onto someone else. You need to think more seriously about how responsibility is to care for another human being. Did you ask him? Did you get an actual promise from him that he'd make Satoko under his care? No, I didn't. But Coach would definitely say yes.
He'd say yes to a lot of things.
Yeah. Ha, well, fine. Oh, welcome, Nozomi. How you doing, buddy? Even considering the 0% probability of Coach saying it was okay, then what? It still wouldn't work. He couldn't become a guardian all by himself. Ah! That's right. Coach, didn't he say it himself? He was alone, so he couldn't do it? Shit, what the hell? Why is being single such a disadvantage in this society?
Oof.
Oh, God. Then, all you could do is marry into a wealthy family, couldn't you?
We'll just have Satoko marry an oil baron.
Easy.
Is there anyone that wealthy in Hinamizawa? I'm not sure.
See? It's not simple. It's hard to adopt someone. And you can't go into it thinking you'll push Satoko onto someone else for just a little while. You're being naive, Kei-chan. Damn it, what the hell? I'm desperately thinking of how to save Satoko, and all you're saying is no, no. Don't you care about Satoko at all? Are you even worried about her friend one bit? What do you have to say for yourself? I didn't mean that, but it just won't be easy, and it's not that difficult a problem. We just need to have some rich people look after Satoko for a while, that's all.
God.
That's not hard at all, man. Right, what about your family, Mion? You always brag about how great it is being one of the 3 families or whatever, don't you? From what you said, you must live in a gigantic house.
I mean, she kinda does, but,
Yeah, but my house? No, that won't happen. My grandma would never allow it. And what about your relatives in Okinomiya? What I've heard, they're living in luxury themselves. There's plenty of shops your relatives manage in town, too. Your family are basically millionaires, aren't they? No, that won't work. Going to Okinomiya is more of the question, even more out of the question. My father, he'd never let it happen, ever. Hey, 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 hey! Normally you act like some high and mighty bigwig, and now you're being all spineless? What the hell? Are you just going to sit by and watch Satoko suffer? That's... No, I don't, but... I mean, I want to help her as much as you, but there's a different story. How is it a different story? How can you be so cold-hearted? Your friend is in trouble. What are you if you don't rescue her? You're our president. Our club president. Save her! Save her from this crisis!
Come on, Joe Biden, do it!
If you don't save her right now, you're not her friend. You're not even human.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know if you have any humanity left in you. Are you listening to me, Mion? My emotions all exploded out of me, and I didn't even give her a chance to say anything in response. I just wanted to make Mion agree with me, even if I had to force her. If she did, Satoko's problems would be solved.
God, Keiichi, you're being kind of a dick here, dude.
Come on, man. Calm the fuck down. Come on. If pushing her would solve the issue, then I'd push her as much as I needed to. Why aren't you saying anything anymore? I'm asking you, asshole. Well, say something, Mion Sonozaki.
Me.
Mion looked down with a grim face, began sobbing. Her hands were clenched in her trembling fists, and she rubbed her eyes to wipe away the tears. Was what I said actually that mean? This isn't the time to cry. We're in the gambling room now, and we have to do something to save Satoko. And as I thought that, Reina spoke, her voice cold and incredibly calm.
Keiichi-kun. If Michan's family won't work, then what if we look for another wealthy family? I know someone in Hinamizawa who lives in a nice, big house.
Who's that?
Oh, come on. You've got a splendid family, and you're leaving it out of things?
My family? My family is...
Your friends, right? Save her, Keiichi-kun. Michan is cold-hearted, after all. Since you're so considerate towards friends, you should lead by example. Just the three of you are living in that huge house, right? Then you've probably got plenty of spare rooms. You should just give a few of the empty ones to Satoko-chan. And then her worries would all be over. What's this? We're done already? That was pretty quick. Okay, great. Congratulations on solving the problem. Then are we done for today? I'm going home. Hooray! Hooray! Maybe I'll go treasure hunting. I haven't done that in a while. I was so worried about Satoko-chan until now that I didn't feel like going to play at all. I wonder what I'll find today. How? Say something, will you? Why am I the only one talking? Say something, you bastard. Are you listening, Keiichi Mayabata?
Uh-oh. I'm taking a screening of that. Even the cicadas seemed to cower in fear. Rena, her shoulders bobbing up and down, and me, who had forgotten to breathe. Mion, whose face had gone completely pale, and Rika-chan, who was weeping silent as if nothing had happened. The atmosphere in the classroom grew tight and stiff, and it petrified us where we stood. Rattle. The sound of the chair as Reina sat back down, after having stood up, finally allowed everyone present to take a breath. ... Rena, it showed me just how much I heard Mion.
Reina's scary.
After a few moments, Rika-chan cut in the frozen air.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Rika-chan. Michan, I'm sorry to you too. I don't have to apologize to you, do I, Keiichi-kun?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry for being so irresponsible. Unreasonable. Blech.
Were you saying all that to me before? You said it while glaring at Michan, so I totally thought you were talking to her.
Rena had such strength that you wouldn't have imagined it normally. All I did was spout terrible things as a wave of violent fury passed over me. I couldn't contend with it. Leon, I'm sorry. I lost my cool. Come to think of it, I didn't understand what had gotten me all this riled up. I thought of myself as Satoko's Nini. So I only had good intentions, that I'd think about it a little harder than everyone else, and yet... Um, mm, it's okay. You were worrying with everything you had, but all I was saying was that nothing would work. So I'm sorry. I did something wrong too. Mion rubbed away the tears at the corners of her eyes with her fists and apologized as well. We bowed our heads to each other and looked down without glancing at the other. ... Someone, I don't know who, heaved a sigh. Satoko being tormented had been known about since last year. How had the tragedy back then saved Satoko? How had they brought it to an end? Right. In the end, nobody could do anything. All they could do was bear it patiently and wait for those agonizing days to end. That's right. The one who brought it to an end of those terrible days was some crazy drug addict nobody knew. On the night of Watanagachi last year, their Minot hadn't been beaten to death.
God bless.
But it hadn't been done to save Satoko Satoshi. Right. It really was just a coincidence. Satoko's friends, who needed to do something for her most of all, could do nothing. The incident may have been a tragic one, but from Satoko's viewpoint, it was nothing less than a miracle. Yes, a miracle. A miracle one could only wait for. Is waiting all we can do? Not for evidence of abuse, not for something that minor.
For a crazy drug addict hillbilly. Huh? Wait. For what?
A miracle. No one made fun of me for using such a crazy word. We couldn't come up with any solutions, so it was the only thing we could do. We're powerless. The one word Mion dropped was the finishing blow. It was hot. My body was sticky with sweat. The worst month, June.
God, it's like real life.
It's like July's worst if you ask me, but...
Oh, god damn it, back to school.
Fuck. I walked forward quite a ways, then turned right where the rice fields ended. I'd never come here before, so I had no idea where to go. I got lost several times, so I may have taken quite a long way around. Maybe I should have gone back and gotten my bike first. It would have made everyone else worry if I'd asked them, so I asked one of the other classmates where Satoko's actual house was. The house was originally her family's, apparently, not their uncle and his wife's. Their house had been bigger, so they had taken it for themselves.
Oh, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, right here. Several houses, all 9. Over there? I was visiting Toko's house, but didn't particularly intend to meet her there. I didn't mean to spy on the enemy, or mean uncle either. Maybe I just wanted to be a little closer to her, as her Nini. Pretty words, but I didn't know if they were true. If what Tomita-kun and the others told me was right, could it be this house? When I recognized it, my feet grew heavy. What did I come here for? My motive for coming here was absurd. When Mion had said at the end that we were powerless, it made me sort of frustrated. I just wanted to do something, anything other than waste the days away prying for a miracle. That's what made me come here. But that was all. Even if I were to witness her uncle actually tormenting Satoko, what could I do? Would I act like a comic book hero, punch the guy in the face, and take Satoko away with me? Yeah, do that. Superman. And then live together somewhere far away? That's ridiculous. I'm powerless. Cicada's voices raised in chorus. Sounded like they were scoffing at me. Fucking cicadas. As though they were... God damn it. As though they were saying that if I couldn't do anything and wouldn't do anything, they should go back home. I heard a car approaching, so I got out of its way. But the car stopped right in front of me, its horn honking shortly once. Annoyed, hadn't I gotten out of their way? I looked behind me, and a familiar face was looking at me out of the driver's seat's window.
Oh no. It's our mans.
Oh, it's Coach.
Oh, I thought it was someone else.
You want to do Coach?
I guess. Hello, Mayabara-san. How unexpected to meet you all the way out here.
I have all 4 types of cicadas in my room in AC. What? Animal Crossing? Oh, nice. I haven't seen Higurashi and I want to watch it from the start one day, so I'm not sticking about, but I wanted to stop by and cheer you both on. Oh, thank you, Exy. Thank you so much.
Exy's too cool for school.
Way too cool for school. Thank you for the lurk, Melody. I need to do some groceries. BRB. Okay. I like the noise. Cicadas? I guess they're nice background noise.
Do you live nearby?
Me being here wasn't normal. Just as I considered somehow giving him the slip, I noticed Satoko sitting in the passenger seat.
Oh god.
Satoko? What has this man been doing to you? Oh god. Satoko got out of the car and began unloading a lot of groceries from the trunk. I happened to run into Coach on the way back from shopping. He said he'd bring me home, so I accepted his offer.
She wouldn't have been able to carry all those groceries on her bike.
As Coach spoke, he pulled Satoko's bike from out of the back seat where they'd put it. Grocery bags are big, and there were 4 of them. They all seemed to be packed full and very heavy. Bags? 7 smart? Hey, is that little far to go by bicycle? Looked at the bags and saw they were filled to the brim with sake bottles, snacks that you'd eat with sake, and boxes of cigarettes.
How did she buy sake?
What the fuck? I was gonna say, their weight was one thing, but their contents were nothing less than luxury items.
Out here in rural Japan, you can get anything you need.
I guess so. I made it thanks to Coach. He helped me out. It was a little difficult going up those hills. Toko gave Coach a smile filled with gratitude. It was incredibly awkward and even hard. Toko, these groceries aren't for dinner tonight, are they?
Get wasted.
Of course not. I do not drink sake and I hate snacks. Of course, I don't smoke either. They let her buy cigarettes and booze. He made Satoko go to a distant store by herself on her bike. So I could buy some dumb shit like this.
Oof.
And what was the uncle doing right now anyway? He must have been working up a good sweat at this very moment if he needed to send Satoko out by herself, right? If not, then how much has Satoko suffered for no reason? I hadn't intended to voice my feelings, but they've made it into my face. Which might have noticed, but he clapped me on the shoulder. Just then, one of the house windows clattered open, and the face of a vulgar man, the very sight of which made me immediately avert my eyes, emerged within it.
Comes out naked.
Oh god! There were no self-introductions necessary. My guts told me that this was the uncle in question. The first thing out of his mouth should have been words of gratitude for Satoko.
Satoko! Oh, this one?
Okay.
You took a lot of voices this one.
Okay.
You left the heat for the sake on when you left, you halfwit.
I'm sorry. But you told me to go right away.
Shut up! You've gone and ruined it, and it was the good stuff, too! What do you do about it?
I'm sorry. Satoko miserably apologized over and over, bowing again and again. He could be perfectly described as a small animal. I have no idea what was happening. Toko finished shopping for all this heavy stuff that wasn't even for dinner. She only managed to come back because she ran into Coach and he drove her home. If she hadn't been found by him, she'd surely still be by herself, panting and moaning, pedaling her bicycle up that steep hill. What was with those words, those horrible, sleazy words that he said to Satoko? In what country dictionary did it tell him to say such things? To a young girl who just finished shopping.
Damn you, Merriam-Webster.
My anger, of course, wouldn't reach him. My uncle displayed no interest in me, instead shouting at Coach.
Oh. If it isn't Dr. Irie. Hello, hello. Why don't you come on inside too? We're in the last round, so you can get in right away. 100 yen per 1,000 points and anything goes. No. I'll pass. Thank you. I just ran into Satoko-chan and gave her a lift is all. I'll be leaving now. Ah, nah. Come on, play around. You got a lot of money, yeah?
I didn't even understand what her uncle and Coach were talking about. But I knew one thing for sure. None of what he just said had been to thank Satoko in any way.
Satoko, could you bring us the damn snacks? And start getting those beers chilled, too. Go get us some cold ones from the fridge. Hey, Chan, you're so harsh on her. She looks so sad, you should take better care of her. This is how I gotta treat her. She's been like this since she was with my bro. Spoil her and she ain't gonna listen to a damn thing you say. Shit. Whatever, it's your draw, Tae-chan. Tsubaki-san declared Ricci, too. Sorry. What, you and Ricci again, Tsubaki?
They're playing Mahjong?
I think they are.
It looked like it was just her uncle. Some of his friends were over. Hey, wait. What was he... No, what were they doing? Flinging rude words left and right? Makes Satoko go shopping for your beer? What were they doing?
Night with the boys!
Mako's friends came from town, and they're playing Mahjong. Oh, I knew it! He told me to prepare dinner for them as well. What the hell? Mahjong? He called his friends over for Mahjong? They were too busy playing, so they sent Satoko to buy them a crapload of booze from a faraway store. And the first thing they said to her, how she left the gas on? What the hell? What does that guy think he's doing? Who could get lost in some dumb game of Mahjong and send Satoko to buy all this stuff? Even though Coach was listening, he pretended he wasn't. There was a line of heavy-looking shopping bags lined up on the ground next to the trunk.
Ibara-san, you help too, please. You're a boy, you get to carry this heavy one. So fucked up there, Coach.
You're gonna let this slide? This is completely... Coach pretended he hadn't heard that violent outburst either. When I thought about it later, his reaction might have been the best thing he could do in the situation.
I'll carry 2 of them myself. Come on. Help us carry them, please.
The bags were packed to the brim with bottles of sake and bar snacks. They were so heavy, and so filthy, so unfair. They weren't just heavy in terms of weight, they made me feel mortified. Nothing could have been heavier than that. Eiji-san, there's no need to push yourself. I'll carry it. Toko mistook my biting back from the humiliation as grimacing under the weight, and offered to help. Stupid. Don't underestimate me. Toko never looked down on my physical strength in the slightest. Coach, I'm sorry for you too. It must be heavy. No, not at all, answered Coach, smiling vaguely. Coolly. But I alone knew. Coach was an adult, so he just knew how to keep his feelings from showing. There was even more anger than I was feeling, burning deep in his eyes.
Well, haha. It is heavy.
Shit. Shit! It wasn't very far from the doorstep of Stoko's house, with the bag squeezed palms and started leaving red marks. Fury welled up in me, and the back of my throat stung. But even
Beer
if...
did this girl buy?
Jesus Christ. But even if it all came gushing out, I wouldn't solve anything. So, just tightly gritting my teeth was as much as I could do. Really, thank you so much. Both of you. You really helped me there. After we carried them to the back door, Stoko said that was enough. Occasionally we'd hear the repulsive laughing of her uncle and her friends from within, and my insides would seethe. I knew they weren't ridiculing us, and that was why it made me so mad. They made Satoko shop for all this heavy, selfish stuff, and ignored her and laughed amongst themselves as they pleased. It was deeply aggravating. Of course, Coach had to have felt the same way, but if he accidentally let his feelings slip onto his face, he'd only cause Satoko more worry. He knew all that and spoke coolly, as if to say he didn't care.
Not at all. I'm happy I could be a bit of help for you. If there's anything else I can help with, please tell me. Like setting the house on fire.
Yes. I really am happy you feel that way. That he feels that way. Those words were sad. Satoko herself was sad and resigned that we could only help her so much. She was right. No matter how much Coach or I wanted to help Satoko, this is as much as we could do. I felt absolutely ashamed at not having the power to help her any more than this. Burning, boiling emotions were bubbling within me and rising into my throat. Trembling all over, I almost started to cry from fury. Me too. If there's anything I can do, I'll help you whenever you need. So, hang in there.
Gosh.
I wanted to at least give her those trite words saying that I'd help her whenever she wanted. Yes. Thank you very much. I'm happy just that you came all the way here when you didn't need to. Satoko seemed to have guessed. What was I doing in a place like this? When my house was in the opposite direction from school. Alright. Get going. They're drunk right now, so there's no telling what they'll get mad at you for. Felt guilty getting us involved after we'd helped her. Because she wanted to be the only one to suffer this misfortune. That's how it looked, and it hurt. I handed my supermarket bag over to Satoko. And then I noticed on the back of Satoko's hand, there was something that looked like a bruise. Hey Satoko, what's... What is that bruise? As much as anyone else up and transparent that sounded. I didn't need to hear from Satoko to know how this bruise came to be. I just slipped on the stairs and hit it a little. Please pay it no mind. You're lying! Coach nudged me in the back. And then he put his index finger to my mouth to chide me from being so loud. Really, thank you so much. Till tomorrow. I hope we can see each other at school. That's not what I'm talking about. I asked you how you got that bruise on your hand. The evening glow finally got to a point where I could see the other concealed, oval-shaped bruises and traces of swelling on her neck and her legs. And other places too, holy shit. Oh shit!
God.
I fell down the stairs! Ha ha ha! The very moment my violent rampaging emotions were about to burst their way out of my throat, I found my mouth being tightly clamped down on. Coach was pressing down on my mouth from behind, wrapping around me tightly with his hands. Because of that, I couldn't say anything. I could only groan, which I did. That was all I could do. I needed to expel all of the magma sitting deep within me. Oh god.
You ever just become a volcano, bro?
The one short I'm playing, the Fuckubus is in one level too low for them to know the dream spell? What? What are you talking about, Elise?
Must be playing some D&D.
Oh, I see. So I groaned. I groaned. From my mouth. From my whole body. While the heat fell in drops from my eyes. I groaned and groaned. I groaned to the point of exhaustion.
We're worried about you there, Keiichi.
I can't fucking.
Oh god, he's dying.
Oh shit, I'm gonna die. I wrung absolutely everything out of myself. Even having lost my voice, I was still wriggling it all out. Understand? Oh wait. Whoops.
I understand how you feel. I really do, Mayabara-san. Please, please just endure it for now. Please, I'm asking you, Mayabara-san.
Endure it for now? And then what, huh? What happened to her, to Satoko? Her body and mind were wounded, and she was being made to suffer like this. Can you not even let me howl in vain at all? Is that it, Coach? Are we that powerless, so powerless that we can't even fucking scream for the bottom of our hearts? The voices of the Higurashi made me calm down. I didn't know how long it had been. Satoko abruptly gave me a slight bow. Thank you very much, Keiichi-san. Satoko. You look a lot like my real Nini right now. My real Nini may not be here anymore, but I have another Nini named Keiichi-san. Yeah, you got it. I'm your Nini. And when you're in pain, I'll help you no matter what. Your Nini will rescue you for sure. Just don't see Hojo, you fucking idiot. If not now, then when? Satoko, she's never been in more pain in her life. If her Nini doesn't save her now, then when will he? Why did you run away? Why did you abandon her? Why did you leave Satoko behind? You don't have any right to call yourself Satoko's Nini. Probably dead, wouldn't he? I won't run away. Huh? I definitely won't run away. I won't run away and abandon you like Satoshi did. No way! I will not abandon you. But tears trickled down Satoko's eyes. And then she narrowed her eyes into a smile. Goodbye, Nini. Satoko took her right hand and awkwardly waved to me.
Why?
I'll be alright. My Nini now helped me so much. So I'll be okay. I'll do my best until tomorrow. I'll be okay. So, for today, this is goodbye. There was no way that I could say bye, see you tomorrow. And then, from inside the house came a throaty, disgusting voice.
Satoko! Could you bring us the snacks already?
Okay, Nini. Get going already. I'll be fine now. Hurry.
Give me a second. The screen's a little pixelated.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there we go. Let's go, Mayabara-san. Staying any longer than this would be a bother to Satoko-chan.
Coach. Nini's house is a little far away. Sorry to ask you this, but could you take him home?
Yes. I'll do that.
Coach grabbed me by my collar, and with strength I couldn't have imagined him having, started dragging me away. And I, unable to oppose him, started getting farther away from Satoko. She waved her hand to us, expression still stark, and disappeared. Thought through the back door. Coach got into the car first, then turned around the narrow path and brought the passenger side door around for me.
I know how you feel so well it hurts. No, I think I understand it even more than you. ... But right now, just for now, please, endure it. She understood exactly how you feel. So please, endure it. If you don't...
I know already. I'm sorry. Thank you for before. I meekly got into the passenger seat. The car accelerated quietly. Toko's house grew farther and farther away into the rear view mirror. We made a wide turn, and then I couldn't see her house anymore.
I think we're driving on the wrong side of the road here.
Uh-oh.
Hmm? Is your house that far away? It's in the other direction from the school, isn't it?
I didn't bother to reply. I would have been hard-pressed to give him an answer as to why I was at Satoko's house. Coach didn't say anything anymore either. For a while, the two of us were silent, and only sounds of the gravel spraying over the road as we drove. I remembered how Rena said that things were different than last year. At that time, she had Satoshi with her. Satoshi predicted Satoko, so the less of the sparks fell over her. But now, Satoshi isn't here.
Yes. That's the unfortunate truth.
Coach seemed to understand what I really meant when I said that.
Terribly sad, cruel story. But there's a limit to our resolve, our efforts, and our assistance.
Sounded like an excuse, but he was right. Even if Coach wanted to be people Satoko could depend on, that was all. It ended at the front door. No matter how much I shouted that I would be her Nini. No matter how much I shouted that I wouldn't abandon her. No matter how much Satoko called me Nini. I couldn't do any more than that. Where on earth could Satoshi have gone? Right, Satoshi was another story. Her actual brother Satoshi was in a position to protect her far better than we ever could. That was the cold, sad truth. The massive gulf between Satoshi and us.
I wonder what he's been doing lately.
By being dead? I don't know.
Yeah,
She left home.
decomposing.
I didn't know why. Maybe it was because Orishiro-sama's curse, or he disappeared or something. In any case, that was beside Satoko now. At the time, Satoko needed him to protect her most. He wasn't here. Why isn't he here? Satoko needs him now more than ever.
A lot of people talk about Oyashiro-sama's curse. But the only thing I can say is that he ran away.
One of my friends said that one day he just never came back. Ran away without even leaving so much as a note for his sister?
Satoshi-kun had been doing part-time jobs a lot. At the time, Satoko-chan really wanted this huge stuffed animal. It ended up costing a lot, so he was doing all sorts of part-time jobs in order to afford it. He felt so strongly about it. Everyone was whispering about how he at least wanted to get his sister a nice birthday present, since she was made to live such a pitiful life with her uncle and his wife.
In the end, he didn't use his savings for a birthday present for Satoko.
Satoshi-kun disappeared, and the police looked long and hard. They found out that Satoshi-kun had withdrawn all his savings himself on the day he left.
Alright, I gotta stop here actually, shit.
Okay.
I got fucking to go to BB's debut. But thank you, Zinni. Thank you.
Yeah, anytime, man.
Yeah. Another time where I don't fucking sleep too long.
It's all good, man.
Thanks, buddy. We're gonna go raid her right now, actually. She's having her big debut.
You guys have fun. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Zin.
Alright, good. I'm gonna assume that I did it right.
Okay, we're gonna read Vivi-chan. How long is Vivi's debut? Jeez. She's doing a long as fuck debut. I'm supposed to be joining her right now, so let's see. Let's go say hi to Vivi-chan. Thanks everybody for coming out. I hope you all had a good day. And we're gonna go say hi to Vivi. Let me get a raid message. But yeah, guys, let's say hi to Vivi. I'll see you all next time. Have a good day, everybody. Love y'all.